Hello, one and all. Welcome to the 8 of the K Wrestling Show. Joining us today is the new Progress World Champion representing the 0121 Man Like Dereiss. Thanks so much for being here, man. How are you?
Yeah, what's up? Thanks for having me. I'm good, thank you. Very tired, lots of traveling.
Oh, I can imagine you're absolutely everywhere at the
Exactly, yeah.
minute.
Well, no, thank you very much for taking the time. First and foremost, obviously you've had quite a year, really, winning Super Strong Style 16, becoming Progress World Champ, as Carl mentioned, working GCW, Defy, TNA. Is it fair to say, or would you say this is the sort of the best year of your career so far?
Yeah, definitely. I think because I think the last few years, each year keeps getting bigger and bigger. Bigger things keep happening, bigger opportunities, wrestling, bigger names. And I can feel like my career's on an upward trajectory.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, definitely.
100%, yeah.
I mean, we had obviously your tag partner Leon Slater on recently. He said like you'd almost got a bit of a rep as like the Nearly man of Progress. How good does it feel now to, silence all that now that you finally brought home the big one?
I think it's great. Obviously, progress means a lot to me. There's been a lot of chance opportunities in the past where I haven't got it over the line, but 2025 is the year of the Liverpool Dragon. So it's a lot of success this year. So yeah, it was great, especially in the ballroom. It's one of the
Mm,
best venues in all of Europe, in the world. Honestly, it
yeah.
was the atmosphere in that building was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was absolutely electric. Literally. Pun intended.
Nice. Obviously, your entrance, sorry, at chapter 183 with the live rap and the violinist, it was epic. I just wondered if you could sort of tell us how that came about.
So I don't know if you're familiar with this rap battle called Penge. It's on YouTube. And
Right.
there's a guy called and the guy called who came out of me is called Trappy, and he won his series of pen game with his tag partner Driz. And but I've met him at like a bunch of Birmingham events in the past, and he was like he wants to come to a show, and I was
Nice.
like, yeah, you can come to a show if you want. You can come and do an entrance with me if you want as well.
That's awesome.
And then the violinist is something I wanted to do for ages, like for a very long time. I just been waiting for the right time to do it. And then I was like, this was the match had been set, me versus Luke Jacobs, and like, this is gonna be a big occasion, so Forbidden Door weekend. So the woman's called Athena. I found her on YouTube. Like, I had never met her before. Found her on
Mm,
YouTube, and she did a cover of Free from Desire. I was like, oh, this is
nice.
perfect.
Yeah.
So then
Nice.
got in contact with her, and originally it was just going to be one or the other.
Mm.
So it's just so at first we just had Athena, and I saw Trappy like a week out, and it's like, yo, I still want to do this. And I was like, damn, should I cancel Athena, or should I just have an unbelievable long entrance?
Yeah.
So it just went
Yeah.
with a super long entrance instead. But yeah, check both their workout. Like
Yeah,
Trappy's
man.
been killing at the moment on Pin Game, and
Yeah.
Athena's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, we'll drop the links in the
Well, definitely,
description as
yeah.
well. Definitely to check them out. But yeah, it was epic, and I think combining them definitely yeah made for
Yeah.
an even grander entrance. So we've seen you over in the States, obviously training at the dungeon, obviously with Natty and TJ. What's that kind of experience been like, and what are some of the biggest lessons that you've kind of taken away from your time training with them?
Um, it's been great training with them. I've been training with them. It's been like it's about 2 years now. I've been training with at the dungeon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, it's great because I think they help polish people who are already like making a name for themselves, so already good wrestlers. Because everyone there is a good wrestler, like some of the biggest names you'll see
Mm.
on the planet. But they're great at polishing you into like just getting those little fine details correct to make yourself 1% better every time you go there.
Yeah.
Also, it's just great vibes, good atmosphere. Sometimes it's very, very hot, like it's insane. Like in July, June times, it's
I can
unbelievably
imagine,
hot,
yeah.
very humid, very sweaty, but also lots and lots of fun. And I love going there every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That must be awesome.
I mean, obviously, while training at the dungeon, you've formed a bit of a bond with Brodie Lee Jr.
Yeah.
And you've been a sort of the major force in making his wrestling debut at GCW. I just wondered sort of what that moment was like for both him and for you, sort of making that happen.
Um, it's so funny. He's a funny kid, man. Like he's I've been seeing him train for since I've been starting at the dungeon. Like he's always been there training with his little brother Nolan, and
Mm,
he's like 13 now, and he's
yeah.
already very very good, and it's gonna be insane. But it all started off as a bit of a joke, but then he ended up on the show, and he did really well. I reckon it's not the end of Brodie Lee Jr. in GCW, but I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of big things for him to come.
100%. Yeah.
It's got the right people around him. It's got Natty, TJ, his mum Amanda, um, like and everyone else at the dungeon. Ev- all the whole world of wrestling will look after him. So I know he'll be very very good. But yeah, it's great to wrestle with him in GCW when he made his debut. Glad to be a part of it. Hopefully one day
Yeah.
we all have a match against each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
Would
it's
be.
definitely in his blood, as you say. It's great. It's good that he's not only kind of got that everyone around him, really, the support of
Yeah.
everyone. It's been nice to see.
It's a good example of the wrestling community as well, I
Yeah,
suppose.
absolutely. So as obviously a self-confessed TNA kid growing up, obviously, watching it on, what was it, on Bravo Challenge, wherever it was on,
Hmm.
to now making obviously your debut in TNA, like what was going through your mind, obviously making that debut, and also the reaction that you got as well. Obviously, people that introduction to you for the first time, like obviously it seemed to kind of blow up. People like, who's this guy?
Yeah, it was great. Um, like it was a great experience to be there. But it was funny thing is that once I was there, I realized I'd wrestled half of the roster anyway at this point now. Like I pretty much knew most people there. It's
Hmm.
great that happened in Orlando as well because that's where based. I've been based a lot of the time when I come to America. But more
Yeah.
than anything, I felt ready for the occasion. I was ready to go. Um, and like it was just great. Loved TNA as a kid. Watched it on Challenge Brother. Watched the X-Division. I watched like a main event Mafia. There's lots of. I used to love TNA as a kid, so it was
Yeah.
great to full circle moment really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was boss like for a lot like every kid really in the UK. It's like especially if you didn't have like Sky and stuff, like
Yeah, Sky's boss
you could always
was
see TNA even on like the
mm.
wrestling channel back in the day.
So speaking of TNA, obviously your tag partner, as Carl mentioned before, Leon Slater, he's had an incredible year as well, becoming a TNA X-Division champion. I just wanted to sort of ask, sort of how sort of proud were you of him when he took that win?
Oh, it was great. Like, I feel like me and Leon have been speaking about these kind of moments for a long time now, and it's great to see these things come into fruition, make dreams a reality. Like he's been killing it at the moment. I wrestled him just last week or the week before for the TNA X-Division
Mm.
Championship as well. So they better keep holding on tight to it because. Uh, well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's been smashing. He's in great shape. He's a good guy, good attitude. And then I'm sure we'll cross paths plenty more times in our future.
Oh yeah, without
Oh
a
yeah,
doubt.
absolutely. It must be cool as well getting to actually challenge for the X Division title, being that TNA kid. You did have a tryout with WWE as well this year, and obviously it came out on like all the news sites and stuff that they were obviously very impressed with you. Like, so I'm just curious, what was that whole experience like? And now that you've kind of showed up in TNA as well, like, you think it's possible that I don't know, is WWE TV in your future? Do you think?
Um, it was a great experience. It's great to be around some great minds in professional wrestling. Like, and also I got made a lot of new friends, met a lot of new people. The athletes, they were great.
Yeah.
Um, but I think at the moment for me, I think what I'm doing at the moment is going very, very well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And then so I don't think there's any rush for us to change at the moment, like how things are going. I'm Progress World Champion. I'm
yeah,
wrestling at the biggest indies in America. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to set out to do. So,
yeah.
that was a great experience and everything. And apparently I did well. That's what this wrestlers dirt sheets are saying. But yeah, but like me at the moment, I'm right where I want to be. I think at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, absolutely. As you say, getting to do everything and all over the place
indeed.
at
Yeah.
doing it. Very busy man.
Well, I mean, you say about that. Obviously you've worked across the UK and you have worked and are working across the USA as well. And I know from other interviews you've done, you're sort of big on representing the British wrestling scene. So I just wondered if I could ask, sort of, have you sort of noticed any sort of big differences in the sort of the culture for American wrestling versus the British wrestling scene in terms of locker room culture or the sort of styles and how they're perceived?
Um, no, I'm not sure. I think it's pretty similar in terms, especially like locker room culture, because it's
Hmm.
just banter. That's what it is. Backstage, a lot
Yeah,
of time, just having a laugh for the show, like d- pulling ribs on each other,
yeah,
traveling together, talking. Like it's a lot of similarities, and also because I've been back and forth so many times, it's all like intertwined now. Like I know a lot of the Americans just as well as a lot of British guys.
yeah.
Um, I think the biggest difference is trying to not eat all the snacks in 7-Eleven. Because the selection of food that they've got in the shops is incredible, which we don't have in the UK. But
Yeah,
I don't think there's much difference backstage, not that I noticed.
yeah,
Um, and in terms of styles, I think British style has a more technical, in general, has a more technical like style to it. A lot of holds, submissions, and then I feel like Americans are maybe a little bit more fast paced. But I think I like to consider myself quite versatile to be able to do both styles of wrestling. Also, a lot of Mexicans who do lucha over here as well.
yeah, of course,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's always got to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
Can I ask as well, while we're talking about the sort of differences, were you sort of given how you sort of your entrance is and a lot of representing Birmingham and that sort of style in the grime scene, have you found were you quite surprised that the American audience have sort of took to it as much as they have?
I think often people would say that maybe Americans or Europeans won't understand it, it won't work because of it's too niche and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And then for a while, I used to think, maybe I should listen to the feedback because if it's feedback, I should probably. But then I thought, well, people were. The Undertaker said he was dead. He was a dead man,
Yeah.
and people took to that. So I was like, so let me just stick to my guns here a little bit, and let's see how it goes. And then I'll make a decision there, and it's gone pretty fine, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's
Yeah.
great seeing them like they going with the 0-1-2 one, aren't they? Quite
Yeah.
clearly.
Well, I mean, even when you made your debut with TNA and obviously seeing that and the reaction, like you could just see like the crowd were just like, oh, okay, who's
Yeah,
this guy? Like I
yeah.
can get on board with this, so it's definitely working. Um, so you were backstage recently at Forbidden Door as well. Man gets around, as we say. So just curious, what was that like, and how did that kind of opportunity come about to be there in London?
Um, I've got a good relationship with AEW, great people
Yeah.
backstage. Um, so I just went there to see all my friends. I did a mini documentary on Michael Oku on my vlog. But
Nice.
yeah, I was just there to hang out, just to chill, eat all the catering food. That's what I was there to do. Um,
Love it.
but but yeah, like it's just I was only there because I got a good relationship with them, and
Yeah.
there was in my neck of the woods. So, but yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great day.
fair.
Um, if anyone comes down with good catering, I'll be there. So don't worry.
So is that
But
the
yeah,
scoop there, AEW, good catering?
Yeah.
but the show was great. It was great to see people like Will, Mike, Alex Windsor, all performing in the O2. The crowd
Yeah.
was amazing. The show was amazing. And I had to be there in person. It's not the same as watching on TV. I don't think.
No,
No.
no, you're right.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, you touched on the vlog there. Obviously, I absolutely loved that vlog that you did of the behind the scenes of Forbidden Dawn. Obviously, in the run up to winning your progress title as well. I'm just curious, being in the States now, have you managed to get any content for a US vlog?
Not at the moment. I've been thinking about it, but it's just so hectic. And then
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
of
edit.
course. Yeah.
Maybe this weekend. I think maybe I'm being a little bit lazy. That's why my vlogs are so consistent. They're like every month or so, every month and a half. Yeah, but
yeah,
maybe a mini vlog for this weekend. We'll see.
Nice.
yeah. Do
Yeah.
it, man. What was it?
So, Progress, Defy, GCW, TNA, they're just a few of the companies you've worked with so far. Are there any companies that you've sort of not wrestled for that you really want to wrestle for in the future, or like such things as would you entertain sort of a Japan tour, maybe that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'll definitely be open to going over to Japan if the right opportunity came along. Um, it's just that I'm definitely doing my thing right now in America, so it would have to be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great promotions over there, but it just have to be right place, right timing, really. Um, in terms of in the America, I'd like to wrestle at Deadlock. I think they've got a lot of momentum at the moment. They've
Hmm.
booked a lot of people. I'd love to wrestle. They've it looks great. So I feel like most of the major promotions in North America have done, bar Deadlock at the moment. And Japan, we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, bringing it back a little closer to home, obviously representing the 0121, proud Brummie from Birmingham. I've got to ask, you talk about food and, all that kind of thing with Cadbury's on your doorstep. Did you grow up as a massive chocoholic and is Cadbury's your chocolate of choice?
I used to play for Cadbury Athletic football team when I was a kid.
Oh, nice.
So we used to play next to the factory and you could smell chocolate when you was playing. But yeah, I love all sorts of snacks, chocolates, sweets, cakes, ice creams, donuts. Like I love it all.
Yeah,
So the
and
only person who likes
everything
food
in
more than me,
7-Eleven.
the only person who likes food more than me in British wrestling is Millie McKenzie. Yeah.
Um, you've also you've become really close with a fellow Brum in Rockstar Spud. I just wondered how helpful has he been for you being able to sort of tap into that experience?
Yeah, Spud's the man. Like we have
No.
a lot of good times together. A lot of times, not only just talking about wrestling, but just having fun in general, having a
Mm.
drink or whatever. But yeah, he's great because he's got a lot of experience. He came around before all of our generation, so he's been there, done that for a lot of things. So it's always great to be under his learning tree because um, it's helped not just me. I know a few of us as well, like us, Jim, Leon, I think Rio a bit as well. We have managed to benefit from using his advice to make us better at wrestling, and also him and his wife Renee
Yeah.
look after us just in general very very well.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, nice to obviously have someone of his stature that you can obviously learn from. I mean, I've got a lot of time for him anyway because he's an Everton fan, so he's good in my book.
Yeah, I don't know why
Um,
he's an Everton fan. I say this all the time. I go in his house. He's got like an Everton badge by his bar, and I'm just like, you're meant to be from Birmingham, bro. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, we saw you and Tate Mayfair's wrestling at Chelsea randomly the other week. So, and obviously you
Yeah,
mentioned now, you've used to wrestle for Cadbury FC. So I was curious, obviously from a football standpoint, are you a massive fan? Is it Villa? Is it Birmingham? Like, what's your take?
oh, who do you think I support?
I don't know. I'd guess Villa, but I don't know. Am I wrong?
Up the Villa, of course.
Hey.
Never Birmingham
See,
Quality
City.
guess.
well, we're looking after Jack Grealish for you, so you've got to
You
you've got to
support, you support Everton as well. So I know
yeah,
Rockstar
yeah.
Spud dad supports Everton. That's why he supports Everton. But
Ah, okay.
still don't like it. But Everton Villa is the most played fixture in English football or something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
my
I'm sure.
first football match I ever went to was Villa versus Everton.
See, so you've got to be a little bit. You got to, you got to be a bit of an Everton fan. Come on,
Uh,
just trying to recruit.
um,
Yeah,
That's
I compare people, man.
Still Jagielka scored an own goal in the last minute, I remember. And Tim Cahill scored
sounds
two
about right.
goals.
Good times.
I'm guessing Everton lost.
No, we probably
No, I
won,
was
No,
right?
wrong. I was
it
wrong.
was a 2-2 draw. A
Oh,
Ah,
2-2
okay.
fair,
draw.
fair.
Uh, so I mean, you've had a fair amount of praise from different legends in the business. Obviously the likes of Natty being very complimentary. I just wondered, what does it mean, sort of getting those sort of props from your peers?
I think it's what's the word? It makes all the work you've been putting in behind the scenes feel like it's actually making a difference. It's worth it because I
Hmm.
think day to day you might not see changes or differences. But if somebody's looking from the outside in, they can see like how things have changed, how much they've improved and stuff. So for it to come from people who are actual legends of the business, who know what they're talking about, it definitely means a lot because it's like it's something that helps you want to keep going and makes you want to
Yeah.
keep pushing forward, keep grafting, keep working hard because it's all worth it and people are noticing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you can see from the rise this year alone, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're just getting better and better, and it's great to see, obviously, Progress champion now. Anthony touched on it a bit before, but in terms of like, your entrance, and you're a big fan of grime and fan of rap, and that the entrance you've got with the sun. I was a big Bret Hart fan, loved like the sunglasses and stuff that you come out with. What made you decide to kind of incorporate your love for, grime and rap into your character? And I've always kind of been curious, did like John Cena or R-Truth or anyone like that, Road Dogg, anyone have any kind of
Kurt
influence?
Angle.
Kurt Angle, another
Sorry.
great rapper, have any kind of inspiration behind that?
Um, they're all great wrestlers, but there wasn't. I wasn't really thinking of any of them when I wanted to be a grime MC because I've always done this since before wrestling, since I was a kid, since I was
Mm,
growing
nice.
up. So it's more like I was influenced by musicians that I wanted
Yeah.
to bring that into the pro wrestling side, like JME, Skepta, Boy Better Know,
Yeah.
those guys, Wiley, Chipmunk, and then I just wanted to be as much of myself as I could be while I was
Yeah.
wrestling as well. And also, I just wanted to
Yeah.
be something what I thought would be cool to watch if I was
Mm.
like a kid or a fan watching. Like, what would I want to see?
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely tell the kids absolutely, you know what I mean? You're a huge fan favorite. The kids absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
I mean, I think it works perfectly for that audience interaction, doesn't it? The 0-1-2-1 straight away,
Yeah.
the sort of call and response is just great. It
Yeah.
works fantastic. Um, so obviously from getting in there early on with the likes of Jody Fleisch to recently Joey Janela and Mustafa Ali, and obviously beating Luke for the title. I just wondered, looking back on your career, what have been some of your sort of favorite standout moments?
Um, I think definitely very obviously against Luke Jacobs for the Progress World title just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think that, but also just as much as that match, I think when I wrestled Luke for the Atlas Championship for the first time, I think it was
Mm.
a couple of years ago. But that for
Yeah.
me, what made me feel like we've got a future in progress. Not just me, Luke as well. I feel like
Yeah.
it was like, oh, we managed to actually have a good match here. Like we actually managed to give everything, and the crowd took to it and thought it was great. Um, so I think that was also. It's like also that also came in full circle too. I think that I've ended up fighting him forever now. I
Yeah.
think Dolph Ziggler at OTT in Wolverhampton was a
Mm.
big match. I enjoyed that one a lot. It was very close to my home. The hangar,
Mm.
that venue means a lot to me because I used to watch Fight Club Pro there as a trainee, like hoping that I'd get onto the shows one day, wrestle the top wrestlers. But then eventually I was main eventing in the hangar um,
Yeah. That's
against
awesome.
Dolph Ziggler, one of the best wrestlers like of all time. So that one definitely comes to mind. Um, I think me versus Viva Van at GCW. That was a very important match. Just because I feel like it got me my name on the map in America. So I
Yeah.
think more people heard about me. There was more intrigue about who's this guy doing these things. Even though I was getting over more as a comedy character, I was able to let show them that I can go in the ring as well.
Yeah.
But I think like that Mania week actually where the original spot happened in Philadelphia, I think I did like 8 or 9 or 10 matches in like 3 or 4 days, and I feel like that
Wow.
definitely made a big difference over
Yeah.
like me being booked in America in the future because my exposure to more people, I had a
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
much more exposure to more people. So then there was just more. After that weekend, I feel like it was just different in terms of people reaching out to me for bookings and all sorts. So I think they're three that come off the top of my head. There's probably going to be way more.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
you'd be here all
oh,
night.
actually, maybe one PW. I started to say one PW. But when me and Leon won the tag bouts, that was
Mm.
great. I remember the pop in that building was insane. So
Yeah.
that was a big one.
Yeah. So many moments to be fair. I'm just curious, obviously, being a TNA kid, like if a kid's watching you now the way that you watched TNA back when you were a kid, what do you kind of hope that they take away from your story and your kind of climb to the top?
I think they just want to have fun. Like, I just want every time I go to the ring, it to be like a nightclub. Everyone's having fun. It's a big party. When I'm wrestling, I want it to be fun and exciting. And then I would want the kids to know that if you just keep grafting and work hard, put your mind to it, and stay focused, then you can just achieve whatever you want. There's no true barriers. You can always overcome the obstacles, and just have to work hard.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Sound advice. Absolutely.
100%, yeah. So Cara Noir appears to be waiting in the wings for you in progress. I'm curious, what does the rest of 2025 have in store for Dereiss? And are there any other goals that you want to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months?
I think in 2025, there's only 4 months left, but we're not going to slow down anytime soon. We still want to take this progress title around the world. I want to wrestle the best wrestlers. I want to train with the best wrestlers. I want to put progress on the map in places where maybe they're not talking about progress as much anymore. Cara Noir will get dealt with in due time because I think he wants to get me from behind, but we'll see him face to face and we'll see how that turns out for him. But yeah, at the moment now, I'm doing exactly what I want to do. Exactly what I want to be. Wrestling on the indies against people who have watched when I was younger, people who have grown up with, and people who are the next generation. So I feel like I've got the freedom at the moment to do a lot of stuff that I still got lots of goals to go to places to win bouts, like at GCW. I think those tag bouts, me and Leon, they've got our names written all over it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And there's some other countries I'd like to go to. Maybe go to Japan, Australia, Mexico, I think. But yeah, 2025, I'm not slowing down. We're just getting hotter and hotter right now.
It feels like just getting started.
That's it.
Honestly, thank you so much. We know how busy you are, obviously, to take the time out to chat with us. We really appreciate it. So before we let you go, just let everyone know, if they don't know already, how can they keep up to date with, obviously, yourself and everything that you've got going on at the minute?
I've got my social medias at Dereiss, DEREISS _ My TikTok is Man Like Dereiss. And my YouTube, I sometimes have vlogs infrequently, but vlogs still appear from time to time.
Absolutely, and they're worth it. So
Awesome.
hopefully you get one this weekend.
We'll link all of them below as well.
Yes, we will. But yeah, no, thank you so much for taking the time, man, and can't wait to see what the rest of the year's got in store.
Cool, thanks for having me.
A to the K.
To the K. To the K.